The day they buried my grandma's legacy, I buried their mansion in return. They moved in with trucks and sunglasses and attitudes that smelled like inherited money and protein powder. They called their house a modern marvel and called my grandma's garden a third-world jungle. But to her, it was home. She was 92, barely walked, but still rose with the sun to tend that soil, with hands that had outlived wars, heartbreaks, and arthritis. She grew chilies that burned through your soul and roses that smelled like forgiveness, and they called it unkempt. They called code enforcement twice, said it was infested with pests, but the only pests were them. When they couldn't shut her down, they bought a survey and found out 3 feet of her garden touched their land from a boundary line drawn before color television. She cried when they sent her legal papers, cried harder when they bulldozed her lemon tree, the one her husband planted on their first anniversary. I watched her hold on for 2 weeks after that, gripping my hand like it was her last root in this world, and her last words to me were, "Don't let them win." And that's the moment I changed. I wasn't just her grandson anymore, I was vengeance with a master's degree in geotech engineering. I studied that land like a surgeon preps a body. I learned their pool had no drainage, just concrete over clay, no moisture barrier, no runoff channels, just pure arrogance sealed in tile. They thought they'd built paradise, but I knew it was a bathtub waiting to crack. I rerouted water from public storm drains with a smile. I adjusted their sprinklers during vacation. I smiled at them in the hallway while I slowly turned their foundation into soup. It took 4 months for the cracks to start. Doors stuck, floors shifted. The pool warped into a sad concrete smile. Their contractor blamed the soil. Their insurance blamed the contractor. I blamed karma by winter. Their home was a sinking coffin, waterlogged, hopeless, and unsellable. The damage was irreversible. The house was condemned. They sued everyone and lost everything. And then I bought it for pennies. I bought the land where they destroyed her life, and I rebuilt every inch. I replanted every rose bush from seeds Grandma gave me before her hands gave out. I rebuilt her porch. I drink my morning coffee in her chair and watch hummingbirds return like nothing ever changed. Their pool is gone now, just dirt and silence where ego used to live. I planted lavender over it. It smells like revenge in bloom. They live in a rental. Now they send angry letters to the city complaining about sewage and noisy neighbors. I send them back photos of tomatoes and handwritten notes that say healing looks like this, and sometimes I write it in Spanish just for her, because when they ripped out her roots, I made sure they never grew any of their own again.